Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and thanks a lot for making some time out of your day to check the video out. I know that everybody's busy with everything they got going on, so for you guys to spend 5 or 10 minutes a day watching these videos, pretty big deal to me, so much appreciated there. Guys, today we're going to be talking more about the Core Tackle Tush Rig here. We've been covering this a little bit over the past couple months, the Core Tackle Hover Rig and the Tush Rig. The Tush Rig is designed to be fished with swim baits internally inside the swim bait. And the one we're going to talk about today is the largest size they make, which is the 3/4 ounce with the 7/0 hook. And I'm going to show you guys how to couple it up with a large swim bait here and give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish it. Also, guys, before we get started on the video, just a quick reminder, we have our winter Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns up on the website right now. If you guys are looking for a great resource to find some good places to go fishing on your favorite lake in the wintertime, this is a good way to do it. These are maps I build myself and gives you 40 GPS waypoints, tips and advice on how to fish each spot. And if you guys are interested, I'll put the Fish the Moment lake map breakdown link in the description here. So much appreciated. Okay guys, we've talked about several different sizes of the Tush Rig, and I want to show you guys the biggest one, how I fish it. Now I'm going to show you how to rig it, and we're going to talk a little bit about fishing it. This is what it looks like, the finished product of it. And the thing that's unique about the Tush Rig, the reason why it's on the bestseller list at Tackle Warehouse, and by the way, I'll put the Tush Rig link in the description, my Tackle Warehouse link for the Megabass Mag Draft and for the Tush Head. If you guys would like to get some, you can use those links. It's a good way to help the channel out. But you can see right off the bat, all of the weights inside of the swim bait here. Most swim bait heads that you have are gonna have a big honking piece of lead on the outside. Very obvious strike deterrent, the fish can see that. But with the Tush Rig, everything is inside the body of the bait. So the only thing that you have shown is basically a little bit of the hook. It definitely adds up to more bites. I can guarantee you, when a fish sees this in clear water and they don't see a bunch of lead or something that doesn't take away from the look of the fish profile of the bait, they will bite it a lot more than if they have a big piece of lead right there. And another thing about it is the internal body on this thing, since it is keel weighted all the way back where you don't have all the weight on the head, the bait has more of a horizontal rolling action through the water. It doesn't drop straight down like if all the weight was placed on the head of it. So the fall on it and the action of it and the castability of it is superior to any other jig head out there. And like I said, that is why this is the #1 seller at Tackle Warehouse. People are figuring this out. Another good thing about this is, I'll show you, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is. See the serrated edges on this? They are positioned where it allows this to go easy into the swim bait, but they're next to impossible to get off. Once you get these things, excuse me, in the swim bait, you basically have to cut the thing off with a pair of scissors. And you know how frustrating it is to have a fish pull these swim bait bodies off or the heads off. You can't get this thing off. I mean, the way the serration works on there, you can catch as many fish as you want to on this. This thing is never coming off. You're gonna have to rip it off of there to get it off there. So that's a really big deal. So I'm gonna show you, first of all, a little trick how to rig this, and then we're gonna talk about where to fish it. The first thing that's gonna help you out, guys, is you need to, it'll go on a lot smoother if you lubricate it. So just put some saliva on it, just sort of lubricate, you know, the body there. Or you can use some type of fish scent, like some type of, you know, bait fuel or something like that. Something to make it slick. It goes on there a little bit easier. And very critical when you put it on, guys, is you've got to go perfectly through the center, because with this heavy of a head on here, if you're off to one side, the bait's not going to run straight. So just take your time and thread it up on there and go, make sure you come right out the slit here. Come right out of the slit that Megabass has on the Freestyle Mag Draft. By the way, that swim bait here we're using, this is the Megabass Freestyle Mag Draft, and I think a lot of people are familiar with the regular Mag Draft, but the Freestyle doesn't have any hook in it at all. It's just a plastic body designed for either an EWG hook or something like the Tush Rig. It doesn't have the treble hook like the regular Mag Draft. But again, I'll put the Tackle Warehouse link in the description if you guys want to get you a couple of these. My favorite by far is the Mag Draft Freestyle with this hook. Also that that big high-tech swim bait, that big 5.5 inch one, that works pretty good with it too. I'll put that link in the description too. But this is the finished product, the way it looks when it's done here. Now, the thing about this is how you want to fish this, guys. This is designed, I prefer to fish it close to the bottom. So a lot of swim baits, you can reel it through the water column. With the 3/4 ounce head, the way that I like to fish it is cast it out there, let it hit the bottom, and just slow reel it. Try to keep it, you know, within a couple of inches of the bottom. So my favorite structure is any type of a main lake or secondary point. I'll just get out there off those points, I'll throw it off the point, let it hit the bottom in 5 to 25 or 30 foot of water, keep my rod tip low to the water, and just slow crank it like that. And if I crank it maybe 10 or 15 times, the bait's gonna come up a little bit. I'll stop cranking it, I'll let it fall back down to the bottom, just trying to keep it just off the bottom like this. Now, this is a technique that's gonna work almost all year long. You can catch fish in the wintertime doing this with the setup. You can catch them in the pre-spawn, post-spawn, summer, fall. Anywhere that you guys can catch them, like on a deep diving crankbait or a football head jig, dragging a football head jig, you can catch them on this big Tush Rig swim bait setup like that. Also, you're gonna be hard to find a better bait for fishing ledges. All you guys that fish ledges down south, TVA lakes, all the southern lakes, this is a killer bait on ledges, works really good with that. But anyway, guys, just wanted to clue you on that. Largest size Tush head, 3/4 ounce, 7/0 hook. I usually use this on 17 to 20 pound test Seaguar and Vezix line, a stiff rod like a 7.2 Megabass perfect pitch or flipping stick. And when they bite this thing, you got them. It's got a big old hook in there, super stiff, super sharp, and it's just a really unique rig. You guys are really gonna like this setup. So anyway, hope you guys can catch a few fish doing it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.